The Bible, often referred to as the most widely read book in the world, continues to captivate readers even nearly 2,000 years after its initial publication. While some view it as a historical record recounting past events, others consider it a profound guide, believed to contain hidden secrets about the creative power lying dormant within us. After being sidelined in the 4th century, certain Gospels, including the Gospel of Thomas, completely vanished from public knowledge, only to be rediscovered by chance in 1945 by shepherds near Nag Hammadi, Egypt. The Gospel of Thomas was found among other ancient texts, and unlike traditional narratives, it is a compilation of approximately 114 sayings attributed to Jesus, penned by Thomas. The very first words inscribed in this gospel declare, "Whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not taste death." This enigmatic statement has led to much speculation. Were these texts merely lost over time, or were they deliberately hidden? Do they hold the key to unlocking the latent power within each of us? These are the mysteries we aim to explore in this episode. Before we dive in, it's important to note that regardless of your religious beliefs, whether you're atheist, agnostic, or devout, this exploration is meant for you. In this episode, we won't just examine the Bible, we'll embark on a journey to uncover writings that have been lost for millennia. Additionally, for those interested in reprogramming their subconscious mind and transforming their lives, we've provided a free video tutorial in the description. Now, how many of you have heard of the Lost Gospel of Thomas? Some of you might be familiar with it. The Gospel of Thomas is considered powerful by many because it is thought to contain the words Jesus spoke to those around him, teaching them how to harness the power of human emotions in their lives. There was a time when this energetic field and the language of emotions were integral to our traditions. These concepts were part of our texts until the 4th century, around the year 325 AD. However, during the formation of the early Christian Church, particularly under Emperor Constantine, significant decisions were made regarding what information would be included in or excluded from the Christian Bible. Historical evidence suggests that at least 45 books were either entirely removed or drastically altered. If we think of civilization as a pyramid, where at the base are the ordinary people and at the top are the world's wealthiest families, it's easy to see how information and knowledge have been controlled. If you are dissatisfied with your position in life and wish to climb this pyramid, the key to doing so isn't just money, because money is merely the effect of a cause. That cause is knowledge. For instance, a mason knows what a mason needs to know, a salesperson knows what a salesperson needs to know, and a business executive knows what a business executive needs to know. Therefore, what separates who you are today from the person you wish to become is the knowledge you acquire and put into practice. The more knowledge you accumulate, the higher you can ascend in this pyramid of power. Conversely, the less you know, the more you remain in service to those who know more. To unleash the power of this divine matrix in our lives, we must first understand how it operates, a concept that science attempts to explain. Secondly, we must learn to speak the language that this divine matrix recognizes, which is something that science alone cannot teach us. This understanding comes from our past, our culture, and our history, passed down by those who have mastered this language over thousands of years. This is the journey we are on now, learning what Jesus and other great teachers have said about this language. Interestingly, whether we look at Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, or pre-Christian traditions, they all acknowledge an energetic field and a language to interact with it. Here is an authentic page from the Gospel of Thomas, confirming that this ancient gospel indeed existed. The Gospel of Thomas emphasizes the power of thought and emotion. It is written that when your thoughts and emotions become one, you will be able to say to the mountain, "Move," and it will move. Returning to the Gospel of Thomas, another verse, specifically verse 48, reiterates a similar message. The repetition of this concept in the same gospel underscores its importance. When the two make peace in this one house. When Jesus speaks of a house, or when you see this metaphor used, it often refers to the body or the self, representing a deeper unity and harmony within. This concept of oneness, where thoughts and emotions are aligned, is central to many spiritual traditions, pointing to the profound connection between our inner world and the outer reality we experience. The text speaks of a profound concept, one that revolves around you, the individual. You are the house, you are the temple. When the two, your thoughts and your emotions, come into harmony within this house, something extraordinary happens. When these two elements align and make peace within you, it is said that you can command a mountain to move, and it will indeed move. This is mentioned again in a different verse, emphasizing the incredible power that comes from connecting your thoughts with your emotions. However, the crucial question remains, how do we achieve this connection? For those who may be skeptical, the idea of moving a mountain by aligning thoughts and emotions might sound far-fetched. Of course, this is metaphorical. To move a mountain, one must first begin by moving the smallest stones. The mountain symbolizes the seemingly impossible tasks or goals that we all face. What are the things you desire to accomplish that appear unattainable? These are the challenges that you hesitate to tackle because they seem insurmountable. This is why, to achieve the impossible, you must first believe in the impossible. To believe in the impossible, you need to be able to reprogram your subconscious mind, in other words, to create a new belief system. This is the foundation of our training program called Subconscious Mind, which we've been developing for several months. But you don't necessarily need the full training. By visiting the link in the description, you can access a free video that will teach you how to reprogram your subconscious and transform your life. All you need to do is fill out a brief questionnaire that will take less than 30 seconds to complete. In the earliest version of the Christian Bible, which is equivalent to the Bible you have today, there is a passage that says, "Ask, and you shall receive." How many of you have heard this phrase before? Ask, and you shall receive. I know people who ask and ask, yet nothing happens for them. This is because the act of asking is not done correctly. To ask in the right way, you must address the divine matrix field, speaking in a language that the field recognizes. This language is not the spoken word, but the language of the heart. Remember that your heart generates electrical and magnetic waves. This is the language that the energetic field recognizes. When you create a feeling in your heart as if your prayer has already been answered, it generates the necessary waves to bring that answer to you. The Bible you have today, particularly the King James Version, is a condensed version, a modified one. The original Aramaic version, however, provides a clearer understanding. It states, "All that you ask sincerely, from within, in my name, will be given to you." The key phrases that were lost in translation reveal something powerful: ask without hidden motives and be surrounded by your answer. It tells you not just to say a word, but to be enveloped by the feeling as if your desire has already been fulfilled. If you want the perfect relationship in your life or healing in the body of a loved one, you must feel the emotion you would experience as if it has already happened. Be surrounded by your desire, for it is in this unity of thought and emotion that miracles occur. The world is so perfectly designed that before you can receive what you believe you lack, according to the law of attraction, or more accurately, according to the teachings of Jesus, you must first realize that you lack nothing. Then, imagine having what you want as if you already possess it, so it can manifest in your external reality. This process is crucial because if you cry out for something you lack and that lack is fulfilled externally, you might mistakenly believe that the external world brought you relief, when in reality, the lack was an illusion. And as long as you hold on to that illusion, you remain bound by it. To create a new belief, you need two components, a thought and an emotion. When a thought is connected to an emotion, it forms a belief. In the video linked in the description, you will learn how to transform a belief into a conviction. But remember, the most important thing when you want something is to avoid creating dissonance between what you want and the underlying emotion. For instance, if I desired to find love, though I've already found it, I would visualize what I want or observe people in love around me. The key moment is what I feel during this visualization, because if I feel jealousy, it means my heart is not yet pure, as my mind still believes in the illusion of lack. So how do we ask without hidden motives? It means asking without judgment, without ego, exactly what Buddhist teachings advise. Ask from the heart, not from the mind.